Hi everybody, it's Sheila. Welcome back to the Crochet Nurse channel. Today what we're going to do is a yarn review of Yarnb's Dazzling yarn. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So today we're going to do a review of the Yarnb Dazzling. I picked this up a while back at Hobby Lobby. This is Yarnb, which is a Hobby Lobby brand. What reels you in right away about this yarn is the colors. They're beautiful color combinations that we see, and then once you start touching the colors and bringing them up close and looking at them, this yarn is super soft, if not even just a little bit slick. I did want to talk quickly about the color combinations themselves. Like this color here is in the color of tortoise shell. And you can see it's got lovely shades of green, and then it has metallic flecks in it. This is actually a 97% acrylic and a 3% metallic yarn. Hobby Lobby itself has this yarn in 8 different colors. I'll show you that. But in my Hobby Lobby, they only have 6 of them in. And just a little small rack with only 6 of them in. However, one of the things that stands out about this yarn, aside from the colors, is just the combinations thereof. So you would think that this roll here was green and brown with a black with those little flecks. Not true. You want to take a closer look. If you start digging in, you're going to find that it's multiple colors in there. Let me see if I can find a better spot. Let's get on this end. Tons and tons of color. There is so much color, and this is, like I say, this is the tortoise shell. And over here, the color that we have on this guy looks like it would be grays and tans, maybe. And the name of this one is Morning Haze. Again, if you open it up, you get a different surprise. You get darks, goes from dark gray to almost a black in there. Now, these colors, change so much that Hobby Lobby actually has a disclaimer. And that disclaimer reads, due to a unique dyeing and winding process of dazzling yarn, the variegation on each skein, not lot number, each skein will vary in appearance from the interior to exterior. Each skein may contain any or all of the colors that you see in the pictures. Absolutely true. I have found in working with this yarn, I get different colors depending upon the skein. Now, these guys over here are all in the same dye lot. All 3 of these are the same dye lot. Whatever that dye lot number is, blah, doesn't matter. 1508647. Same dye lot. And if you look at these guys, I would not pick those up and put them together. And this is just one of the nuances of working with this yarn. Like, you would need to start this in a different spot, or if you the middle happen to be left off at brown, and you can see it's a light brown, and then it goes a dark brown, then you get lucky where you can use it like that. I found the same to be true of the grayish color back here. That said, I still like the yarn. It works up really nice. Let me show you. Let me pop this over. And I already shared it's acrylic. Just might as well give you the specs while I'm here. So acrylic, 2% metallic. There you go. 100-gram ball, 249 yards. Uses a 5.5 millimeter hook, and which is what I have been using to work this yarn. Has been an I9 5.5. Machine wash, lie flat to dry. Regular price is $5.99, and with 249 yards, that brings the price point to $2.49 per 100 yards. However, we all know that we can get this on sale for 30% off every other week. That brings it down to $4.20 per skein, and the price point then is $1.68 per 100 yards. Overall, it's a really nice yarn, but those nuances up front I wanted to share right away. So if you're going in and trying to pick out this yarn, you definitely want to be aware of these big color changes. Now that said, when it works up, it looks really nice. I am making a pocket shawl with the Morning Haze, and this is what it looks like when it's worked up. Stitch definition, like I said, I'm using the 5.5. I didn't think the stitch definition was that great for this yarn. I mean, it's pretty when you get it, you know, the way it works up. And the colors are pretty vibrant, and the metallic in there, the flecks just jump out at you. Color change wise, as you can see on here, color changes are slow. And so, I mean, very slow. I actually had to look at the yarn really close because this one, the Morning Haze, is various shades of gray. And so it would be like 8 rows of this darker gray and then gradually turn to the lighter gray and moves on like that. As far as softness, I already shared, is super soft to work with, so that's not a problem. Even it actually even is just a little bit slick, and so it slides off the hook really easily. The issue is that sometimes it slides off too easily, and so you kind of lose the yarn. But as far as working it up, not a problem. The yarn seems to go on forever as far as that goes. It's not a problem as far as that goes. Slides off the hook. Again, not a big concern as far as that goes. My issues that I had with it are the color changes, that you kind of are surprised that it really has that much color if you were not aware of that. That's why I wanted to make you guys aware of that. The other piece that actually surprises me about this is I had a hard time finding the center pole on this guy. So I'm running my yarn from the outside. Every time I would try to pull a center pole on any of them, I end up with yarn vomit. And that's another thing about this yarn that I would point out right away. Like I say, I'm running on the outside from this right now. But as soon as you pull this yarn out and you kind of put it in a little pile so you can start working with it, it like naturally just wants to tangle up. It just loves to tangle on itself. And it'll tangle sitting there doing nothing. And because of those metallic flecks that are in there. And so that's another little problem with it as well. As far as frogging, no problem whatsoever. I'm on this piece here. If I pull it out, boom. The metallic does not get in the way for frogging anything out. I can frog as fast as I want. So overall, I think this yarn is a pretty good yarn. I would buy it again. Like I say, the colors that are out there now are beautiful. I would just be mindful of what I was going to use it with. This is okay for a pocket shawl. Yes, I would do it for this. I don't know if I'd put it in a clothing because of the way the color is. I would definitely, if I did that, I would probably want to do some color control. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this guy probably about a 6 out of 10. Softness would be a 10 out of 10, but the reason I drop it down is because of it's just that center pole really gets me, that you can't use the center pole. And it also, the color combinations, well, beautiful. I don't know. I wasn't that crazy about it. Well, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. If you have any questions, concerns, put them in the comments box below. And I'll put in a video up on the screen of some of the other yarn reviews I've done as far as Hobby Lobby and other things, so that way you could take a peek at those as well. Other than that, guys, have a fantastic day.